The METHOD Lab.
Welcome everybody to the Method Lab, to the METHOD Lab. We are here. Let me check the date because I think it's Tuesday, but it feels like a Wednesday. And please correct me. Is it a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
It's Tuesday the 27th. Right. Yes.
Woo. Taco Tuesday.
You know the days you live, I guess.
Yeah, right. No, I was sure of the day when I started the comment, but then by the end of it, I really didn't know what day it was. Welcome everybody. As you can see, we got Chubbs and Roxy with us today. Join us on Messenger. We are live. I'm about to log in right now. Yeah, call text 414-502-9447. Yes, share. Mm-hmm. Share on your page, share on your favorite groups. We appreciate the love and support. Everybody, there goes the link. It just went up. Let me turn on my volume. Yes, we do appreciate the love and support. This is what he said.
Yeah, I was saying, who's got their volume up?
All right, so now it is official. We are all logged in and rocking with you, so join us in the messenger. So, how's your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I took Friday off, a little extra day off.
Oh, nice.
But I think the most exciting day of the weekend was Saturday.
Is that me?
Yeah, I think so.
Still?
Day of the weekend was
oh, it's because I have it on the computer upstairs.
That guy sounds nice.
I was like, I turned it down, but I turned off the Spotify because I got Spotify playing upstairs for Max.
So I work third shift and I work Saturdays. So I work in like a security by myself.
Yeah.
With nobody in the building. So I have a bunch of time to myself, and I wanted to watch the UFC fights because they had a girl. Well, one of my favorite fighters, her name's Rose Namajunas, and she's from here. She went to. I mean, I didn't talk to her in high school, but we went to the same high school. She's like 4 years younger than me.
Oh, shit.
And but she is, I think, 3-time women's strawweight world champion.
No.
And I just like watching her fight because she's like her demeanor. She looks like just a little, almost like skinny, like kind of innocent girl. She did shave her head, so she kind of looks like 11.
Yeah.
From,
from Stranger Things.
Yeah. So, but can like fucking kick your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going against. I mean, if you see the girl she's going against, like you need to put them. I don't know if they're getting like the same steroids they give cows or what, but she's fighting girls that are jacked to the gills. Like the last 3 fights she had, and she defeated the first 2, but the last one was this Asian girl who just won the championship. She was mowing through everybody, and everybody thought that little Rose is a little bit too, she has her anxiety and all that stuff. She's too timid, she's gonna get run through, So the fight comes, the first round, and they're just kind of going at each other for a little bit. And then Rose throws up a head kick from hell and knocks the other girl out, and the crowd goes. It was the first full capacity crowd UFC event they had in a long time. I think it might be the first full capacity crowd at any event.
Wow.
I'm not sure in Florida. And so that was, that whole night was crazy because right when I got there, I got my food ready. I get some food before I go to work.
Are you guys hiring? You said, I want to go hang out with you. Shit.
We're not hiring no more. I'm sorry. I took the last job. But I'll get some like Wendy's or something before I go to work. I had the fight on my phone. I get ready. I got my food ready. I started eating already. I put the fight on. And the first fight is it's probably like the 4th fight before the last. Yeah. And it's a guy named Chris Weidman versus forgot who he fought. Did you hear about what happened?
I saw it.
I saw all that too.
So that was the first thing I saw. As soon as I turned on the fight, I started watching. I had like a mouthful of chicken nuggets or something, And all of a sudden, I'm like, all right, let's get ready for some fucking UFC. This is gonna be brutal. We're gonna fucking love it. I want to see some
Someone's
blood.
gonna die.
I want to see some pain, some violence.
Oh my.
And the first thing he does, he walks up to the guy. They start the match. He walks up to the guy. He throws a super hard calf kick.
Yeah.
And it's like the most dangerous probably move you could do in MMA, because in order to block that, you can put your leg out, shin towards the other guy's shin that's trying to kick you, because your shin is almost like a point, like a blade. So it's gonna hurt. It'll block it and also hurt him more than it hurts you. It's gonna hurt both of you, like motherfucker. But the way that your shin is made, it's just, and the power that gets generated from that is just bound. It happens all the time. Anderson Silva did it to him. Yeah. He got his leg snapped trying to kick him. Yeah. And so the first kick, nothing even happens yet. They don't even touch hands or nothing. He throws the kick. All you hear is like,
yep.
And then you can see his freaking foot wrap around. It looks like when you buy those hands from the quarter machine.
Stretch Armstrong.
Smack somebody with it and it wraps around your head.
Oh God.
So he doesn't even notice it. He pulls it back.
Did he step on it like Anderson? See, I stopped.
He pulls it back and lands on it, and you just see his leg fold in half. The crowd is going nuts, dude. You can see like people in the background like ready to puke.
Fuck that.
I was like, holy shit.
I'm just glad Joe Rogan didn't go up there and start skinning him.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was screaming his fucking lungs. I was like, no. I was like, Jesus Christ. And I was like, I had all this food in my mouth. I was like, no more violence. Turn it off. I'm gonna get sick.
Let me eat,
But I mean, the rest of the night, the great fights. Rose won. That's who I wanted to win on it. Out of all the fights. The last fight, Jorge Masvidal versus Usman was a good fight. I always go root for Latinos, but I mean, it doesn't matter to me. He wasn't my big favorite UFC fighter. But as long as Rose won, I was happy with the night.
That's awesome.
There we go. I didn't get to watch him, but
So congratulations, Milwaukee champions.
Yeah. Milwaukee's on the map.
Do you know what gym she belongs to here?
She trains at Duke Rufus.
Is she still at Rufus?
Okay.
No, she moved to Denver, and she's training with the same guy that trains Usman. That guy only has 3. Him, Justin Gaethje, and Rose are his only 3.
Oh, nice.
People that he's training.
Nice.
So she's been with them for a while, but I think sometimes she'll still come in. Yeah. If she's in the area.
I like that she's got Pat still on her corner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she got him in the bed too. They're married for a while. So.
Yeah. I thought they had broken up for a while.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I remember seeing Pat around town. Yeah. Back in the heyday. Yeah. Pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he's a great character. I actually posted like him. The way he was just hyping her up. I mean, before the fight started, because she explains that she has a lot of mental problems, or not mental problems, but she has a lot of anxiety and she has a lot of trouble dealing with the pressure of being a champion and all the attention that it gives you. She's not about all the nice things, like having all these flashy things and a flashy lifestyle. She wants to live in the mountains in Denver and shit. So. She does a lot. You can tell she's always talking to herself. One of her last fights, when she was fighting Joanna, who was a big trash talker, would get in her face and start telling her that she's like that she was gonna kill her and all that stuff. And then Rose was talking, but you don't know what she was saying. And then after Rose beats that girl, she would ask her like, "What were you saying?" Every time she was coming in your face and start trash talking you, she just says, "Repeat a prayer." Over and over, and she would say a prayer over and over and over and over again.
So mantra.
And then in this one.
It's not. It was on FM.
Yeah, I saw him running there.
I said, make sure it was off FM.
So.
Luckily, we didn't cuss. Quite yet. I don't think we did.
I cussed. So, anyways, before I get fired, let me finish the story. So in this new fight, when they started introducing her name, she was against the wall, and they're like, "Rose, Lama Yunus." She's like screaming something. It's like you can see her mouth go. And then at the end, Joe Rogan asked her like, "What were you screaming before the fight?" And she said she was just screaming that I'm the best. She went, "I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best." And then I posted a video of her husband, her boyfriend, plus trainer. Pat Barry like hyping her up on the sideline, telling her like, it's like you're the best, you know, you're the best ever.
You can fucking cuss now.
Oh, okay, all right. But yeah.
You know,
So
and I love that when you have a partner that hypes you up like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking awesome. So, and you know, I was talking about this before. You know, I have anxiety. You know, so let me tell you, sometimes a mantra just it takes you to focus, and you don't think about nothing else around. So I can totally get where she's coming from, where she just like, you know, a little prayer, little mantra, a little saying that just kind of grounds her to her moment. But then it's just like, bam, she, you know, it comes out. So yeah, I think that's really awesome. I did not know that about her, so that's really cool. I did not know. So
yeah, so wow. Yeah, it's cool to see her rise, and even in her losses, I think this is her third time winning the championship. She won it, defended it. She when she lost, she was beating the girl on stand up, but she decided to go for
dropped her on her neck.
And then ended up dropping on her neck, so she got knocked out. And she came back and beat her in decision. So that type of adversity is really inspiring. You know? Instead of, you know, everything's kind of given to you the undefeated route, which is it's really cool too, but it's not relatable. The undefeated is not relatable to me, at least to me. At least I've been defeated before in life, so that kind of mindset of never losing is. I'm always ready. I guess I don't know if that sounds good. I'm always ready, prepared to lose. But I'm going to win. You know. You know, I'm going for the win. But a loss. You see what a loss does to Ronda Rousey. She loses, and she said that she
falls apart.
Yeah, she said that she couldn't even. Her stomach wasn't right for a year. That she couldn't eat right. She couldn't train. She didn't want to train. She wanted to get out of bed. It's just about what do you do with those? You know, that type of. Adversity.
Challenges.
Are we in the chat too?
Yeah, we're in the chat.
Oh, because we can't see it up here.
I'll throw it up. I don't think anybody has posted yet.
Okay. We usually get our regulars, Amber, and stuff like that.
Should I troll myself on the comments?
Right.
Chubbs is a liar. UFC never happened.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my God, no. I definitely have to say that I really admire people that go through, you know, a loss and could come back. You know, that's something that I think I've talked about a lot with people. Is like, you know, it's really sad that when you have like a silver spoon in your mouth and you have money and stuff, and then you lose it and you don't know how to be, you know, things happen sometimes, and, you know, that's how it is. You know, you lose money, you know, your whole family goes broke or whatever, but those people don't know how to survive. Comparing to people that have never really had it, we will work and strive and do anything we can to survive. And, you know, those people don't know. A lot of people don't know, you know, unless you came from the poor to be rich, it's a different thing. But even then, going backwards from being rich or, you know, very well off, it's still hard. So, but yeah, I can give it to anybody that can go forward and still stay humble. Like you said, she's not about flashy cars and whatever, you know, so that's really cool too.
And then speaking of adversity, think about the guy whose leg snapped in half, what he's got to go through now. I mean, he posted a picture the next day that he went through surgery. He says he should be fighting in a year. Should be walking in 6 weeks. Should be off his crutches in 6 weeks, he said. So, I don't know. Science is crazy. The way, I mean, back in the day, injuries like that were like, I'll never see you again. You know, tear your ACL in the NBA and you're done for. And then now all of a sudden you tear your ACL and they come back jumping higher.
Exactly. Like LeBron. LeBron,
I don't think LeBron ever tore his ACL, but he gets injuries and he'll come back.
He's always get that detached growing.
Yeah, he always gets the growing stuff.
Yeah, growing issues.
Oof. Well, you know, you guys, you say back in the day, honey, I'm thinking about the people that are like in wartime and they cut legs off and arms, and even not in wartime, when the doctor didn't know what to do, he's like, I think we should just take it off. Good Lord, you know, so science and healthcare has come a long way. Oh man, but wow.
But still, it's, you know, it's not that it's easier for them, but you know, they have the resources to get, you know, the extensive medical attention.
The best
you know, like the shit Kobe got when he ripped his Achilles.
Oh yeah, that was groundbreaking. I don't know if that was stem cell or if that was something else, but that was like that first beginning of that, you know, injecting. I think he would inject like really rich nutrient blood into his knees and stuff like that, and it would help the recovery, you know. So, and I think a lot of people started doing. He went all the way to. He had to go to like France or something for that back in the day. And then back in the day, people used to go to Europe for cryotherapy and stuff like that. And now it's like
now it's like at the mall right next to the B12 store.
Cryotherapy in a red box DVD.
You can play like in the House of the Dead while you're getting cryo.
It's that stuff that it freezes your
it's so cold that it's supposed to have healing properties because extreme cold and extreme heat like make your body react, like put it in survival mode, and you develop healthy cells, like cells that want to destroy bad cells and try to make you survive. You kind of spark those cells when you do stuff like that. Starving.
It's so crazy to me, but that's been around since forever too, because like I'm gonna say I'm not exactly sure. I just know it's like Swiss or Norwegian people, like they go in these hot like barrel boxes, and then they jump out into their lakes. They're like completely frozen. So that right there like shocks their body into like recovery mode or whatever that it is, and that's actually kind of crazy because, honey, I don't want to take a cold shower even in the summertime, so I can't even imagine.
I wish the little creek in the back was a little bit deeper so I can go for morning swims. fucking doing laps and shit.
Oh my God. I seen a beaver in there, a really big one, not that far away from us, like on the other bridge. And I was like, I go, hey, is that a beaver? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, holy, I mean, it was fat, just a big old thing. I was like, all right, cool.
I haven't seen a beaver in real life yet.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I want to see a platypus.
I don't like that.
You guys, that's awesome.
You seen a platypus?
No, I would like to.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a beaver or a platypus.
Yeah, well, platypus are like really a rare thing, and a lot
Phineas and Ferb own one.
There you go.
A platypus is a mammal?
Is it?
Yeah, that lays eggs.
Yeah,
really?
Lays eggs.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's but they're like super poisonous. Like they carry something either in their mouth or in their nails or something that are super poisonous. Yeah. I mean,
I changed my mind. I don't want to see a platypus.
I love skunks. Like I love them. And I went to a little girl's like party once, and they had like exotic petting zoo, and there was like 2 baby skunks, and I'm like, oh my God, I was there loving them up, and they didn't smell, which I think they probably took their sun glands out. But even though when you take them out, they still kind of have a stinky smell from their own oils, like foxes as well are very stinky, and people don't think that. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I was so crazy over it. And like raccoons and sloths, like I love those types of animals. They're so crazy, I don't know.
Sloths are so slow that they grow moss on their fur. Like plants can grow on their fur because they just don't hardly ever move.
That sounds like a lifestyle.
You said you like skunks. Did you get mad when they canceled Pepe Le Pew?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, you know what? I just have to say there's a lot of things that back in the day were not appropriate at all, obviously. That's why with Dr. Seuss, all his books and stuff like that, it was only a few books and whatever, but like I could kind of see where people were coming from. But this man actually did put out like Nazi symbolism and stuff. He really did, and like Asian hate stuff kind of, and so I could understand where that was. But Pepe Le Pew, I was just like, man, I don't know. I wasn't hurt by it, but I was like, can we be worried about other stuff like our environment and everything? Can we just Bendito's a cartoon,
I've never seen Pepe Le Pew and be like, oh, I want to like aggressively grab a woman and be like,
I'm glad.
Johnny Bravo was probably worse.
Johnny Bravo.
He never made me feel like that. He always made me feel like if I go and talk to a girl, they're going to reject me. They're going to hit me in the head with something.
No, because he seemed like a lelo about it, He was just very bold and open, and then ding, so yeah. And his mama's always correcting him, so trust me. He was a huge mama's boy with a lot of complex craziness. But yeah, I mean, I could understand a lot of the stuff, from back in the day and like the cartoons. So I watch Disney Plus and stuff. And yeah, a lot of the times there's disclaimers for movies that are like, hey, this was back in the day. This is the way that it was. It's not that it was right, but this is the way that it was.
Yeah, like Speedy. I was never offended by Speedy Gonzalez.
Maybe
his cousin was a little bit, but I was like, it's true though. I was like, your cousin is like that. Everybody has a damn cousin that acts like that.
Fucking lazy ass cousin.
Lazy ass piehead.
I think I might be the cousin.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's some of them are set, it's stereotypes, but some of them, it's hard to avoid it. They are true.
Yeah. Well, how can you impose modern standards on something that already happened?
Yeah.
Like that makes no sense to me. Like how people
you can't erase past.
You can't. It already happened. Like you can't change somebody.
That makes it look like you're just trying to hide everything. Like,
it's like
it's gonna make people want to go like look closer and be like, why are you hiding all these things?
Yeah.
And try to expose you as you're trying to hide your racism all of a sudden.
And chances are, if your fucking kid is a little hyperactive, kid that's over sexualized, it's because of you as a parent, not because they saw Pepe Le Pew on the fucking screen.
Yeah,
it's just like
a lot of it's the parenting and
it is.
Sometimes a lot of kids don't respect their parents, and some parents have to find certain ways, either different ways to try to get that attention from them. There's always your rebel ages, like you're 2 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old. You have the ages where you just rebel against everything your parents. You got to come with a different approach. The same thing doesn't always work. You figure it out. Like I seen this meme, or it was a video where this it's called when you memorize all your mom's combinations, and so he gets in trouble. He's in the backyard, and the mom's like, say, why did you do that? And so she starts combing at him with the tongue in the hand, and she strikes, and he goes back. And she goes with the side, and he's dodging everything. He's like, I know all your moves, Mom. So after a while, he's like, you know your parents' moves. You know how they're gonna react to stuff. You know what they're gonna do, your consequences. So you have to switch it up in order to keep them on their toes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so funny because I'm definitely one of those kids.
Yeah. As a perspective from a 30-year-old kid, not as a parent.
But yeah, I mean, I could see that where the sexualization went around your children, because OG yesterday was showing us a video or pictures of like these women just like twerking and like hanging on their kids while they were twerking, like in a pool, like holding on to their kids, so they don't fall. And I'm like, dude, really? That's just... No.
I seen 2 videos like that. There was this little kid. They were having like a pool party, and there's a girl just coming in from the pool or whatever in her bikini, and the little kid had to have been maybe 5, 6 years old. Comes and licks her ass, like just from the bottom to the top, and then he just smiles and looks and stands back, and like everybody's like, "Oh my God, look at him!" Like it's like, and it's just. It's fucking, I don't know, it's inappropriate, I guess, in a way, Well, it is inappropriate in all ways, but the fact that that's the norm in so many places, And then there was this one I saw today where there's this chick on her phone just laying on the couch, and the kid comes and caresses her ass, like, and then like grips it at the bottom, like jiggles it, and then he does this, and she's just looking at him, letting him finish what he's like. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Ándale, I'd been like
like as the father or the man that was recording, like you're like, how are you cool with that? It's like
anything to go viral.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like, especially if it's your kid, it's like I don't know. I get the man aspect of it. All right, he's grabbing some ass, but still, you got to look at the overall picture. It's like that's a fucking infant. And just imagine when he's 12 years old and he's fucking. Over there trying to dry hump kids in school and shit like that. Because I've seen kids like that. Yeah. Like especially a lot of kids that have like special needs have that trait where they're like over
sexualized because they've seen it, because they don't think that you're paying attention. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you see them in school, running after the girls, just grabbing ass and doing all that. Obviously teachers try to, but still at that point is already something that's in practice. And I don't know. It's just something that I don't perceive as right, especially being a father of 2 boys. I wouldn't want to get those calls. Oh, we're gonna press charges because your son did this and did that. It's like, whoa, like how the fuck does that make me look?
Yeah, look at you weird.
Yeah.
Well, then it goes the other way, where this was years ago. A little boy just gave a girl a hug. I think it was somewhere on the East Coast, and they were like. They made a huge like deal on it. They took him out of school, and oh my God, he's inappropriately touching girls. It was like he gave her a hug. Even the teacher was like, it was just a hug. It was nothing else. Just, oh, hi. And, walked away. They were like 5 and 6 or something like that. It was not a big deal. And, they made a huge deal. And now I'm like, man, I feel bad for that boy. He's going to forever think, oh, damn, I can't touch anybody.
Yeah.
Because they were like spouting out like a consent thing. But she probably hugged him back too, like a little kid. They hug each other, whatever. I just think that's so bananas.
Yeah, it's like, how do you hold the fucking kindergartner to the standards of an adult? It's like it's a learning what the fuck was it? Like an opportunity for teaching. If it is something that, okay, well, it's okay that you hugged her, but at the same time you should know and learn how to say and ask for permission. Don't just go fucking hugging people or kissing people. Like, ask for, learn how to be a human.
The kid didn't sexualize it. It's the school all of a sudden
right
themselves. So
right.
What are you guys thinking about with that?
Exactly.
Right. That got me too, because I feel like a lot of kids don't understand why, like, they're being put in the spotlight, for certain things. And they're like, damn, I'm not doing anything. I just gave somebody a hug, or, or the other thing that I thought was so crazy, and I love it. For me, I love it because I personally had that situation where you're forcing your kids to give hugs and kisses to people in your family. Your family could be just as horrible as a stranger. Yeah. So if your kid actually says, no, thank you, let that be. Yeah. Let them not want to hug and kiss on them, because you don't know. What if you're gone and that uncle's being nasty, or the aunt or something, So yeah, I really do believe in that. Don't force your kids to be hugging up on people, and but yeah, they wouldn't know, like in school and things like that, unless they're pointed out to the point where it's like, oh, shit.
So you're ashamed.
Right, ashamed.
And
exactly.
That's like on my family, like, when we were kids, or obviously, you say don't play hand games or whatever. Another thing was, like, don't ever sit on people's laps, or don't ever have, somebody else's kids on your lap. Like, that's something that just out of respect, just, I don't know, it's big in my household. My nieces and nephews are, a hug, all right, cool, sit next to me. I don't really like that whole sitting on people's laps thing either.
Well, I can see you as you're not much of a little kid person,
right?
No. Just little kids running around you, you're probably fucking miserable.
Like, oh, the life in you annoys me. Right?
Oh my God, yeah. My ex brother-in-law was definitely like that. He didn't want to stay alone with nobody, not even grown, like with me as his sister-in-law. We're grown, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, you do not have to be that way, because I am not going to say nothing against you. I just think he was so paranoid because he was in the military too. And, I hate to say, but people lie on each other all the time. There is valid assaults and things like that, obviously, and violence. But there's also people that lie. So he became so paranoid that he didn't want to be alone with any woman besides, like, his own lady.
Wow. He's a Mike Pence.
Good Lord. Dito.
Yeah, because Mike Pence can't even breathe in the same room as another woman, because he considers it cheating.
Mike Pence can breathe?
Yeah, right? He can only inhale.
I don't know. He's like a zombie.
That shit hurt.
He's a freaking zombie. You seen that freaking fly on him, Like, I think that's so sad that, so I was talking about this on the weekend too with my friends. It's just, people that are conservative Christian, and then they dump it on you to the point where you can't even live your own regular life, to the control. It's just, it's not, tell me the truth, tell me your truth, and then let me find my way. And that's the way I've always taken being a Christian too, except for when I was like really hardcore. But now it's like, I'll tell you what I believe, that Jesus died for you, and, all that good jazz. And then it's actually in the Bible too. Tell people your truth. If they don't accept it, just wipe your feet of the sand, wipe and walk away. Because I don't owe you anything. I just told you the truth, my truth. You accepted it, you didn't, and walk away. That's it. I'm not going to keep on shoving it down your throat and make you not, like those gay people, the gay people that wanted a cake. You mean to tell me you couldn't just give these people a service? It was down south, the bakery would not give them a cake or something. Come on. It's a freaking cake. I could understand that they're like, you're so uncomfortable. Maybe they're a child care professional or something. I could see that, maybe. But a cake? I don't know. I just thought it was the weirdest thing, like even just like service stuff,
that was their chance to make a statement. That's all. Yeah. They obviously had certain
that was their platform,
and that was their chance to make their statement and be like, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the I'm not touching you type of thing. It's like I'm gonna legally be racist to you, or legally make you feel like you don't belong, you know. But because it's legally, I can argue it, because it's freedom of speech and all that stuff. That's how it gets flipped on you.
It was just so weird to see that, and I'm like, man, I'm a Christian, but obviously I'm queer too. I'm like, there's no way that even back in the day when I was so much more hardcore Christian, like conservative Christian, I would have never just turned people away. I'd have just been like, okay, you know what, please take that over there. But that's something that we talked about too, like on the morning show. You don't recede into the closet usually, when you become a Christian after you come out, like I did. Oh my God, it hurt me. It did physically and mentally hurt me, because I'm like, I know I like women. I know that I'm this way, and I had to suck it all back in and just be like straight laced, and it does something to you. It does. So now I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hide that anymore.
That's why I don't like. I guess most of my views are mostly kind of Catholic, but I don't go verbatim with that. I don't go by the Bible. You have certain phrases in there that are cool and inspiring, but I don't take your rules. I don't think that was God. Like all this, I think God speaks to you through your life, through experiences, and tries to speak to you. And if you're open to seeing it or not, that's where you can that's where you get your feelings of, oh, this feels right. This is I'm doing something that's giving back or something. That's why people feel like that when they get a job that gives back and they see somebody striving because you helped them or something like that. That feels good inside of you for a reason. It's like something telling you like that's what you're supposed to be doing in life, And when people get these words, they start reading words and they start saying, above and below, honor the neighbor's wife or something like that. Well, I guess that's a good one, but stuff like that, when people just take the words and then they start
verbatim.
Yeah, and start, it's to an extremism. It's where it gets ridiculous, A little bit of each religion, like most religions' bases are solid foundations for yourself to go off of.
It's a good guide.
Yeah, it's just the people that take it to that next level.
And it's just like when you build furniture. If you have a few bolts that are left over, it's okay. It's just you just build it extra better.
Yeah.
you don't have to use every single nut and bolt in the bag.
I love
you design
that
yourself.
Though.
You do what you gotta do.
I didn't know IKEA was custom.
Oh my God, those of you are for real custom though. Jesus.
I turned my IKEA
fucking graham crackers.
Oh my God. That actually reminds me of the part in Deadpool when she was putting it together and she's like, yes, I did it, and it just breaks down into pieces. And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Just because she was blind, for the movie, it didn't mean that she couldn't do it. Because people in real life, like I said, I have a cousin that's blind. He's married, got a bunch of kids, he's doing his life. But just for her to put that thing together, she's like, yeah. And I'm like, everybody cannot put that together. Anybody.
No, definitely not. I bought a futon from Walmart. I brought it home and put it together. I sat on it to try it, and I cracked it in half. I'm like, this design is flawed. It was just like two end sticks with nothing in the middle for support.
Yeah.
I just sat in the middle and it's wrap.
It should have had some like grates across.
There was these few sticks, but I thought I'd just leave them in there.
See? He customized it to the point where his ass was on the floor.
I made a V couch.
Oh my God. Oh, hey. We were talking about that yesterday. I remember bringing girls over to your house, bro.
It makes them all sit by you.
Right? There's no left or right side to the sofas like in Seinfeld. You just fall in,
Like, oh, hi, how are you?
Right?
That is too
Chiropractor's
funny.
dream.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
back will be all fucked up in the morning.
Oh man, I really hate futons. I'm gonna tell you, I can't stand them. I've had many a nights on them in different places, like when I was homeless, you know, and I just like couch surfed or whatever. And futons are the devil, man. I can't stand those
Futons
dang
and air
things.
mattresses.
Cots.
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 Cots. You know, my stepdad has some from the Marines. He has a nice old military cot, and this is from like 70s or whatever, 80s. That thing is so sturdy,
Yeah.
and I like it. I'm so comfortable in it. It's like literally you could bounce a quarter off of it, and nothing will move.
Oh, wow.
That's how good it still is.
If I sleep on a cot, I need some fucking graham crackers and a juice box beforehand.
I'd rather just sleep on the floor. That's where I'm gonna end up.
Oh,
Like,
Tito, are you a mover?
Oh yeah, I'm a mover. I'm a mover. I'm a scratcher. I'm a puncher. I can't sit still at night. That's the worst part for me is trying to go to sleep at night.
Do you have like restless leg syndrome or anything? Have you ever been checked out for any of that?
My legs aren't restless.
It's up here.
My mind's restless. Yeah. I'm like a tortilla. I gotta go on each side. I gotta start cooking on each side. After a while, it starts burning, and I gotta flip on the next side, and then I gotta flip over, or else I can't stay on one side too much, or else I get I don't know, antsy or something.
I kind of
Until
get
I
like
knock
that
out.
too. So,
Yeah.
Tito, read. Do you, or does it not help you?
I don't know how to read.
Stop that. Like for real, reading and not just like Facebook and junk like that, but like pick up a book, man. I'm telling you, that kind of focuses you on one thing. And
In the beginning, reading probably would put me to sleep because I hate reading. I hate reading.
then it
I
would
tried.
put you to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. I usually just podcast. I usually put it like a podcast, the audio from a podcast. So somebody might be listening to right now. Shh, guys, somebody might be trying to sleep right now.
There you go.
Make me a
God.
sandwich.
You have to go pee. No.
You are a strong, beautiful woman.
There you go.
You are going to smoke 2 cigarettes now at the same time.
There you go.
That's
Do not
funny.
binge eat. You know, yeah. I'm
You know,
totally
that
with
person's gonna
you.
wake up confused.
Right.
What the fuck am I?
Oh my God. I actually thought about that to go to sleep with something like motivational,
Yeah.
you know, but I like sleeping with the TV on. Like
Yeah.
I have to have something on, but a lot of that has to do with like, I had insomnia back in the day. So I still have just a smidge of it, but like when I'm alone or, you know, even, you know, with my partner or whatever, but I need to have a light, maybe like a little light on
Yeah.
and the TV or the TV at least
I hate
because
pitch black.
yeah, the hum, you know, it
I got
just
a- I
feels
got a crazy
comfortable.
imagination, so it's just
Yeah.
I just try to imagine. And I know like well, I don't know if ghosts are real or not, but like I know like monsters and all that stuff aren't real. So, but I make up the freaking 80 horror movie monsters coming up under my bed, and it's so dumb, but I believe it. Like it, or I tried to say it's not real, but
Yeah.
I still put myself under the covers.
It's like me. I can't sleep with my feet uncovered.
Oh yeah,
I get the heebie-jeebies if I have my feet
or
uncovered.
mine can't hang off. The
Oh,
edge.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm too tall for my bed. That's what annoys me too. I'm like my feet are always just barely a little bit hanging off.
You're gonna have to sleep like this. What is it, diagonally or whatever? Yeah.
And I took off. Maybe this is why I took off the rails off my bed. And I just put box spring and then mattress. So like nothing can be under my fucking bed.
There you go. Yeah, actually, so we were talking about that yesterday. I love scary movies, and over the weekend I was at a cabin, and man, I tell you, I was so freaked out because like. I like the Conjuring universe. Like that's my favorite, and Insidious and all that. Like those kind of movies are my favorite.
Of the newer ones, those are the ones that I like.
Yes, and her name, I think it's Valak, the nun.
Oh yeah.
So the hallway to go to the bathroom from my room is long and it's dark, and you have to get across the hall and turn on the light. I promise you, I was seeing everything as I was like crossing the hall and going through. And even though it was lit, there was some doors that were kind of open, like to go into like oh my God, to where like the heater and the boiler and all that stuff is. Dudes, guys, I was like, and I'm like walking like, I swear if something pops out on me.
The beginning of Insidious really got me.
Oh, we got
a phone call. Hey.
Bueno.
Thank you for calling.
Hello, this is Online Visibility Group calling with an urgent message.
What do you want? What's wrong? Tell me. Oh. didn't want to tell us.
All right.
They didn't want to tell us, right?
There you go. But I got scared. Like, even running towards the bathroom, I got scared. And coming back, I was like, oh my gosh.
The Insidious got me right away because the way that house, in the first scene of Insidious is like it kind of just goes through the house. It had played this creepy violin.
Tiptoe through the tube.
Well, not that song yet, but in the beginning it plays the violin that goes like.
Oh.
And then it goes through the house, and then it goes by the front door, and by the front door, I thought it was a painting. They show like the nun in the beginning of that movie, or not the nun, but one of the older ladies, because the nun's not part of Insidious.
No.
But there's an older lady character in there, and they show her face. But in my house, I have it looks a little similar, but if you walk that same way that the camera's going, and you go to my front, I have a front little. You go through the front door, and it's kind of like you're in like a little three-way door hallway, just kind of open different ones. But in there, the only wall that doesn't have a door, I have a painting that's built inside the wall of the house. It's of like a nun, like a young nun, but almost looks like the Virgin Mary, but instead of like blue and all, she has like a black top on her head, browns and grays. So more of like a duller colored like,
habits. Her habit.
Yeah. And then she had a rose in her hand, and it wasn't creepy at all. She had like a sweet face. Yeah. But it just reminded me. I still would get creeped out because they would make those paintings. They would make it so the eyes follow you.
Yeah.
And the Jesus.
And it was there in the house?
Yeah, it was inside. Oh, yeah, it was inside the front hallway.
Is it still there?
It's still there?
Still there. We can't take it. It's built within the structure.
Did you guys look up the history on that shit?
I would, but my mom probably wouldn't want me to take down the house. She's renting that area out now.
Shit.
So they're, I don't know what they've done. But
are they on the lease too?
No.
The nun?
So I don't know that house. I don't know if my mom looked up the history of that house. It's old, but it's not like
where you're at now.
No, the Muskego, off of Muskego.
Oh, okay. Man, wow, that's weird.
Yeah. There's probably like ashes of the nun behind there and her rosary.
Is there like a church nearby?
Yeah, there's.
We're gonna investigate right now.
On Mitchell, by George Webb's on Mitchell, across the street from George Webb's.
George Webb's on Mitchell.
21st, 22nd.
Oh, the old George Webb's.
Yeah, the old George Webb's. El Indio right there. That's That's right down the block from my house.
Oh.
We're going to have to check this out. We'll get off the air and probably do some little like Googling and see Indito.
Fucking La Llorona and shit. Going down Mitchell Street. Right? I need my stimmy.
Oh my God.
Where are my kids? I need my stimmy.
That's so messed up. Here in Milwaukee, we do have a rich history, from our founders and stuff, and they're buried in the cemeteries around town, and I think it's like Forest Home, that cemetery is supposed to be like super, super haunted, and I love like those kinds of stories, but I'm not sure how I feel about it because I think we talked about this before. Have you ever been to Shaker Cigar Bar?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I went into the washroom, saw something on the corner of my eye and just ran out of that bathroom. I was like, all right, I'm good. I'll never go there. And it was like a vieja. It looked like a vieja and there's a black and white picture there. Like, I don't know. It's like it's not black and white. It's like brown and white, when it ages and whatever. But I saw that and then I was like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. And then when I saw something like shorter, then they said there was like a little girl in there. Freaked me out. I was like, I'm good. I'll just hold my pee until I go home. I was like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah. When I went, there were like a bunch of people just acting like ghosts. So it was hard to tell. There's like people just like dressed up as ghosts and they're like kind of walking around and stuff like that. So, but I mean, do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts and spirits.
I would like to believe in ghosts.
I don't like to admit.
But no ghost wants to show their face to me.
Yeah.
Which is probably good.
And if they do, don't do it around me.
I want to see a ghost because then that proves that to me that there's some sort of afterlife or some sort of because the science of ghosts and all that, or not the science, but the people's like theories of ghosts and all that stuff. It's always different. People have different reasons of why a ghost would be here. Why are you still haunting this? And why are you not? What do you have to do to go to heaven or hell, or what is what are all what's the structure of way of how spirits work if they do exist, but I wouldn't. I'd be scared of how. But people that tell me that they seen ghosts, they have cool stories and they seem okay. So I would like to see one. I would like to tell you the story on Monday, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Well, you go ahead and contact Chubbs. You contact Chubbs directly.
Yes. Make sure you grab his toesies.
Ghosts out there, don't be jealous of the lady nun painting. She never showed her face to me.
Right.
So
Like, who's this?
Ooh.
How dare you?
I'm over on Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
If you need an Uber, sorry, you have to pay for it yourself.
Right.
That is too funny.
Carpool. Take a couple other ghosts with you.
Bring the gang.
No, I was like that this week. I had my foot over the bed, and I'm directly to like box spring or whatever. I'm directly on the floor, and I put my foot over the bed, and I'm like, and I pulled it back, like thinking the same thing. And so I don't know what it is, and maybe we're almost, well, you're younger than us, but we're almost the same ages around here. And so when I was little, I loved Creep Show. Like I loved scary movies when I was a kid, and I used to. When I saw the one where the Indian, it was a cigar store Indian was scalping people because they killed the people that were inside. So I thought that a shadow was him. Boy, I freaked out, and I had my frisa up and only like a little hole to breathe because I was so freaked out. And I think sometimes I still kind of do that now, but your blanket is a blanket. When you're a kid, you think that's going to cover, but
It's my shield.
Yeah, exactly.
My power shield.
Mentally, it does something to you.
Yeah, for me,
it's the cover over your head.
Yeah, it was first time I watched Poltergeist. I remember that shit fucking creeped me the fuck out, but for good reason though. Good reason. We were watching Poltergeist, right? Like I told you guys, probably heard me say that when we came back or when we came here, we came to an Alcoholics Anonymous program and whatnot. So that was always part of my life. And the day I was at my aunt's house, we were watching Poltergeist. We were a front back duplex, So she lived up front, we lived in the back. So we were watching it at her unit, and there was the part where the clown comes out, the toy clown comes out from underneath the bed, and that whole shit. I was like, it's time for me to get the fuck out of here. So I fucking walked out, and I was fucking terrified because it's the same. It was a narrow hallway to the back of the house, no light. And I'm just fucking creeping, scared out of my fucking mind. And then all of a sudden I hear, someone was fucking laying in the middle of the fucking hall of the hallway asleep.
You stepped on him?
No, he was like in the side because we had like a flower type walkway. So I was like, what the fuck? I fucking ran and hit it. It ended up being one of the family friends that was an alcoholic. He was on a binger, and he just recognized that it was our house. So he just said, fuck it, I'm going to park it here. So that shit fucking terrified me. To this day, I was fucking, I don't fuck with
So yeah, clowns are my enemy of choice.
Achilles heel here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not anymore. I feel like I'm big enough that so now when I see clowns, I want to fight them. I'm gonna make up for all the times they scare me. I'm big enough now, motherfucker.
Right.
So when I was a kid, the first thing I without even trying, my dad was watching, like I told you before, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I'm just gonna go with when I was 4 years old. That's my backup age. When I was 4 years old, I saw Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and it was actually towards the end, in the end of the movie. So have you ever seen that movie? Mm-mm. So the clowns in Killer Clowns in Outer Space, they're not just a guy with clown makeup on. They put like prosthetic masks and morph their face so it looks like a creature with clown makeup.
I've seen what they look like, but I've never.
And when you kill them, you gotta shoot them in the nose. And when you shoot them in the nose, they turn into popcorn. They blow up and turn into popcorn.
Weird. Now I gotta see this.
So me not knowing any of this, my dad, I go in the living room, my dad's watching it, and it's like the end of the movie, and the two guys, the guy and the girl, are getting chased by like 5 of them, and then some guys just turning around shooting with the shotgun, and you see them all exploding, and then there at the end is the huge big. This almost looks like kind of like a rat clown, big rat monster clown, and that sparked my first fear, and I probably not even a week later, I see it.
No.
I see the beginning of it. I see the beginning of the movie of it.
Yeah. With good old Georgie.
Yeah. So, hello, Georgie.
Yeah.
And so I watched those first until he opens his teeth, and then I turned it off and I cried. And then I was scared of clowns for a long time until later it became like when you're scared of something, I still like to tease myself with this, or so every time I watch a scary movie, I'll make it some clown stuff.
Yeah,
because that really gets me going. I like clown stuff, but I hate it's because I think they creep me out.
For me, you guys ever have dreams like that with like horror icons? My go-to every time, like I always had Freddy. Freddy after me.
That's the worst one to have in your
That's the one I had.
Freddy
too.
after me, or it was like Jason, or some sort of like zombie type shit.
Did you have like a Freddy versus Jason dream?
Yeah, I always had my backup. My savior was always Tales from the Crypt Keeper. Like at the point whenever I got the most scariest, like he would always pop up and like help me out and shit.
That beginning of that show, man, I knew it was time to go. That's how my parents told me to go to bed, because it'll be like Home Improvement, Martin at 10 o'clock at night, and after 2 episodes of Martin, all of a sudden it's like they start going to the house for the Crypt Keeper. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I run up off the bed. I gotta make it out of there before.
I fucking love that show. I love that show. I wish I remembered it better.
That was always more creepier to me though than the story. The stories never creeped me out because I guess they're like more adult.
Yeah.
So the stories have never scared me too much, but just the beginning,
beginning.
him talking,
Yeah.
him as a character scared me.
Yeah.
And when the movie came, I remember the movie came out.
What was it? Creep show? Crypt show?
No,
No,
it was
it's
Tales from the
Tales from the Crypt, the Blood of Bordello of Blood, and Demon Knight were the two movies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I remember seeing the ads for that at movies 10, 27th Street.
That's
crazy. Crypt Keeper used to make me run. That would make me go to bed or get out of my mom's room and go to bed.
You know, there was a cartoon too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I actually started watching it on Tubi. I was like, what
I don't know where they showed that cartoon. I definitely didn't see that growing up.
It was CBS.
Okay.
Like on Saturday mornings or
what? And they also had like
I saw Beetlejuice.
They had like a show like a kids show, like interactive, like a challenge type of show.
Him talking to the kids? Like Bill Cosby? Like kids say the darndest
like
things?
they would have the fucking mono doing narrating, and then they would send them into like do like ooze, like almost like Nickelodeon shit, where like if they hit something they would get oozed and like stupid shit like that.
Wow, no, did not know that. Oh my God.
That was a cash cow for a while.
Wow. I guess it's like if the parents are seeing it and the kids are always wanting to watch it, then they got something for the kids then that was kind of scary. So I have to say I watched with my brother and sometimes my sister, because they're younger than me, was like I saw Goosebumps with them and Are You Afraid of the Dark, and like that was enough for them.
That was perfect for me, Goosebumps.
Like it was smart of them. It was enough to be scary but hokey and not like traumatic, I guess.
That taught me about like when I explained like the cheap scares. Like a movie has the cheap scares, Goosebumps and all that. They wouldn't do that to you. It was like they're trying the hardest to creep the kid out. Like let's not go too crazy and just blow them. Just make a bunch of noise out of nowhere. Make it real quiet and then boom, the monster's out there. They always try to creep the kid, slow burn. And just when you watch it in a movie, it's like, especially when you watch the Goosebumps movie is like, oh my God,
I've got horrible garbage.
They lost all the creepiness that goes into it, especially just making them CGI. So Night of the Living Dummy. That's my dummies and clowns. We don't get along. And so speaking of nightmares, dummies was my nightmare. That's my nightmare enemy. Yeah, I had like a 3-part movie nightmare when I was a kid.
Oh.
So. It was right after I watched Night of the Living Dummy, and maybe like a couple weeks after, because I dream all the time. I rarely have a night that I don't dream. So, and some of them are nightmares. And when I was younger,
when he was 4 years old,
I had this dream where I think the dummy was laying on the kitchen table. And like in dreams, at least in my dreams, like you don't want to go by something, but like the dream is making you, like almost like the walls are collapsing you, and you're like forced to be next to something, and then I think it was like there was like a pot of gold or like a little treasure chest of gold coins next to him. And I was like, I think I'm supposed to grab that. And then I grab it. And when I grab it, for some reason I don't grab it. I touch his leg, and then my hand I can't let go of his leg, and then he grabs my hand, and then I scream. I wake up crying. I go to my mom's bed. I'm crying, and I don't have the nightmare. And then the next night, he he haunts me again. And then I go to my mom crying. And then the next day I was mad. Like, man, I'm not no bitch. So I'm not gonna go put my dream out with this ass. So
I ain't no dummy.
I saw the end of Night of the Living Dummy. They like crack his head open with something, and the smoke comes out of it. So I put that in my head. I kept on thinking about, I'm gonna crack his head open when I see him. And then I think we had a dream. I don't know what happened. I didn't do it to him, but somehow I think he might have fell and his head broke. And then I didn't have. All of a sudden, I woke up like, yeah. And, I didn't have dreams about him for maybe a year. And then I had this dream where I don't know if I was in second grade at the time, but I had a dream where I was in my second grade class, crisscross applesauce on the floor, and my teachers, we're all sitting on the floor, and the teacher says, we have a new student coming in today. And so I go to the hallway outside the classroom to see who it is, and the principal's walking in with the little kid holding his hand, and I look at the kid, and it's a dummy, and the dummy's like,
oh,
and then
man.
I wake up, and it was like those after credit scenes, after credit scene dream. But after that, I don't think I remember having too many crazy dummy ones.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
When the fucking ghost that you just called for shows up as a fucking dummy.
A clown dummy at that.
I'm calling everything this weekend. My dreams, my spirits, all that. Bring it on, baby.
Uy, mijo, vete allá. Let's get some holy water, mijo.
I got some sage upstairs. I'm about to go burn some sage.
You're freaking me out, man. No, don't call nothing on you, dude. That's why he don't want to. He was just, hell no, not in this building and not the next door.
Let's do Ouija board with the records.
This is why he don't even want to watch scary movies in his own house. So I don't blame him. But you hear bring it on. I'm like, nope.
I sneak into Ladio's room to watch scary movies.
You guys crying like, dude, I saw it, guys. I'm sorry.
He said he's on his way.
Oh my God.
I want to see it.
Oh, you wake up with scratch marks. You don't even know what happened, and burn mark. Nino, don't be playing, bro. I'm not kidding. No.
My logic is too. I'll be like, my dumb dog stepped on my face or something. I wouldn't say it was like a ghost or something. It would have to be like, the ghost scratched
its name into. I'm the portrait in the hallway.
Right. I'm Sister Virginia, whatever, So
I don't get, I'm horrible with people giving me clues and hints. It'll just go over my head. The ghost probably, maybe I am being haunted.
Are you single?
Huh?
Are you single?
It's complicated.
Because he said that stuff goes over his head. I'm like, I kind of wonder if somebody flirts with him. Does he get it, Tito? Oh my God.
Probably not. Yeah.
Oh God. So tell people, right? Just tell people you like them. That's so funny. No, when I was younger, I actually have a story like that. I think I told you this story, or I don't know, we were talking about it in some show, but I peed on my granny because I would not get up. I was so scared that I think it was Pumpkinhead, and we were watching it, and you're little. My abuelita, she's Puerto Rican lady from the island. She has some health issues as well, so she never really thought about anything. We could watch whatever, and she's sitting there doing her thing, and we would sit there and watch scary movies all weekend. And this time I saw Pumpkinhead, freaked me the hell out. It was late, and then ants, love the ant. She just was like old school, lights off. I don't care, lights off. I don't want no lights in the house. And then my abuela had this clock that was like old school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then it glowed, the little lights glowed and stuff on it. So I'm sitting there and I had to go potty. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just going to go to sleep and I will be fine.
Just go to sleep.
No. I woke up, I peed on her. She was not upset. She was like, it's okay. She goes, Mama, tell me next time and we will go. Don't just do this, And I'm like, I was scared, the lights are all off. She goes, just tell me. And my aunt, because my aunt was the one that used to live with her, man, you should have seen, y'all. If it wasn't for my granny, I would have been whooped with chanclas and all. And my aunt was like, taking off the sheets and everything from the bed. And I was like, thank God, I was giving her hugs and kisses. I'm like, thank you for protecting me, And then she took me to the bathroom just in case again. But yeah, I was just so scared. I seen Pumpkinhead and something about it just messed me up so bad. I could not go to the washroom. And then, not to mention, my grandmother's bed was like freaking 4 feet off the ground. So a whole person could be on pumpkin head could be under there.
That's why I stay low to the ground.
Man. I don't know. Scary movies are fun. Yeah,
I love the 80s ones or early 90s too, because once they started making CGI, I just couldn't. It didn't get me like that,
And there's some harsh slashers that are you're just like, all right, that's a little.
I'm not into slashers though, because slashers to me is more gruesome. It's more about them, how they're killing them. Yeah, and I don't get off on that.
Because they got this one series that came out fairly recent where it's like this tall, skinny clown guy.
The Terrifier.
Yeah, Terrifier.
He follows me on Instagram.
Does he?
Yeah, I used to do a logo for these guys that do a horror podcast.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So that was like one of the first people that on YouTube that I would do logos for, and they were interviewing they've interviewed a few people from horror movies, and he was one of the actual guy. Yeah. He's one of them, and on his Instagram, I think he says if you follow him, he'll follow you back, but he has the clown as the Instagram thing, so it's like creepy.
Have you seen a scene of it?
I have not seen any
gruesome.
of it.
It's not horrible, but
he's popular because I think the movie to me is not like it's a slasher movie. Yeah. His character is creepy though. Like his character could be in Insidious. As a clown, and I like because he plays, instead of a colorful clown, he's playing like if you're watching black and white TV, he's just black and white.
Yeah, with them big old teeth and so I don't like gore. Like you guys, I don't like gore. It took me forever to watch Hostel because it's horror, but it was gore, And I was like, no, I don't want to. And Saw, I have never seen any of them because I don't. Personally, I really do feel like there's so much violence and craziness in the world. I could watch the news and get up, on all that. So I don't watch nothing like that. Nothing.
I don't like that stuff repeating in my head. Because when I watch a movie, it's just nonstop. I don't want the guy's leg getting cut off over and over in my head,
And I will never watch a movie like you were in UFC. Anything that I think could be potentially bloody, pukey or poopy, I'm not eating. I am not. I'm sitting there. I used to love watching Hannibal, the show Hannibal, I think it was called, or something like that. And we would watch it. And then, there was some nasty ass parts where skin was coming off of meat. And I was like, okay, I can't watch this shit. Can't watch this while I'm eating. There's no way. So now we know better. We'll put something funny on or whatever to watch something. But I can't do anything gross. But slasher movies, don't do them. But scary movies, like horror, kind of, old school mystery monsters, I love all that. So.
It's just, I don't know. And then just like any other genre of movies, the more recent ones are all relatively the same. It's all the haunting of some poor rich white girl in college, or the haunting of the poor rich white girl's roommate in college, or it always revolves around that.
I'm usually super critical of horror movies. They usually I can tell if a movie is good by the trailer. Yeah. Because first of all, now they put everything in the trailer. Oh yeah. The end's always in the trailer. I hate that. The end scenes are always in the trailer.
Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah. Speak I couldn't barely hear you too much.
And but one new one that came out, I'm trying to remember what it was. Looked pretty creepy. Where the guy's wife dies. Maybe you guys seen it? It's just a trailer's out right now. The guy's wife dies and he's getting haunted by something. I don't know if it's her or.
The last one that I saw that really, really threw me off was Hereditary. Or Heredity. Heredity or Hereditary? Heredity, I think.
I don't remember what it was called. I thought it was Hereditary, but
that movie, those last 20 minutes of that movie are just spectacular. I could skip the whole front of the movie because it's boring and drags on, and it's like two movies in one. Like the beginning with the girl, and but once the mom gets in the play, then the movie just takes off. I fucking love that ending. The piano wire is my favorite scene. If you guys don't know it, check it out.
What got me, and it wasn't that it was scary. I was just like, this shit could happen in real life. Was Midsummer.
No, I haven't seen that.
Midsummer is straight up. I'm gonna tell you, you should watch it because it's not really scary.
Yeah.
Not really.
See, I don't
it's
like
kind
that.
of gross.
I don't like those.
And it makes you think.
Yeah.
It's a culty.
Yeah.
Cult movie? Okay. Almost
And
like, what was that, Digital Bees? Or The Wicker Man?
The Wicker Man, yeah. Sort of like that. And I was like, that shit could happen in real life. There, not for nothing, we do have quite a bit of cults here.
Oh, yeah.
Cults. Good Lord. Some words I can't say with the L at the end. But yeah, we do have quite a bit here in the United States that are just, you know, whether it be commune style or whatever, you know, yeah, it's kind of scary. But Midsummer, it's still a good movie. I liked it. What I will say that I can't stand, so I watch a lot of YouTube, is at night. And of course, I understand why they do this because it's at night. But the new Insidious trailer came out.
Oh, did it?
Oh my God! Like,
I know the new Conjuring trailer came out.
oh my God! Or Conjuring, excuse me. Yeah, Conjuring, excuse me. And just a little bit of it messed me. I was like, ooh, I had to mute it. You know what? I think I know what you're talking about. There is one that the husband's a preacher and the wife she like becomes a vampire or something crazy. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, this one hasn't come out.
Okay,
Hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, no, this one's not out either. It's about a lady. She's with her husband for years, and he's like a preacher, you know, straight laced. And finally, she wants to kind of let loose, and I think like a vampire bites her while she's like having some kind of crazy affair.
Wow.
And then they got to sit there and kind of work things out because, you know, till death do us part. He don't want to like leave her or something. But yeah, it's a weird preview. I don't know what it is, but I seen that at night too, and I was like, ooh, something's wife, Jacob's wife, or something like that.
Right now, I just saw a picture for that when I was looking for this.
What is it called? Is it called Jacob's Wife, I think, or something like that?
Man, I think we have to have scary movie night.
We should. We should get a projector and
But we gotta watch them outside though.
Oh my God! No way! No way!
That would be pretty dope. Set up a projector outside.
That is true. I'll just make sure Max is sitting.
Jacob's wife.
There you go. Max is sitting right next to me, though. You know, I'm
That
hugging
scary
him and be
little
like,
fucker.
for real,
He's
Tito.
scared of everything.
Oh my God.
He's scared of the heater unit.
Oh, that's true.
He's scared of what was yesterday? He dropped the remote and he just jumped off the damn bed like 10 feet in the air. He's a fucking scary
That
little
is so
bastard.
funny. Have you ever seen Harry Potter movies?
I watched the first one.
Okay, because like Fang is a Hagrid's dog, the big half giant guy, and that dog is like this big old massive dog, and it's scared too.
Yeah.
Anything scares it, like its own shadow, you know. So that's kind of funny. Dito, I'll be like, oh my God, come here, Bobby, you know. And then he's like, he runs away. But yeah, Jacob's Wife, that one looks really good.
The one I was talking about is called Separation, I think. Yeah, Separation.
Seen a preview for
It's
it.
I just saw the trailer for it, and usually I'm super skeptical, so it's hard to impress me with a trailer. And I think it was like it started off with him at the after the funeral, everybody goes to the house.
The repast.
Yeah, and he's like getting consoled by everybody, and then he hugs somebody, and he's looking while she's consoling him. He's looking at a painting of him, his wife, and a son, and the person's like talking, saying all these like things, trying to console him, and he's just looking at the painting longer and longer, and all of a sudden the music starts coming in, weird music, and then you see like just the wife's face just like start melting.
Oh shit!
And he's like, what? And then and then it starts showing like scenes where the daughter's getting haunted.
Yeah.
Someone's in her closet, some creatures in her closet, and the lady's wearing like one, almost like those the Stranger's mask.
Okay.
The girl.
Oh, I think I have seen that trailer. Yeah.
So and she has like it looks like an old lady
Yeah.
mask, and it's like with the big nose and everything, like an old witch
I'm
mask.
gonna have to see this preview. I have not seen that trailer.
I don't like movies like that
Why?
where they have like fucking shit coming out of like creatures, like lanky creatures. I'm not a fan of horror movies with lanky creatures in it.
You're not a fan because you're just scared of it, or you're not? A
No,
fan?
it just doesn't scare me. Like it's like
people that some certain things trigger people. That doesn't trigger me,
Yeah.
but usually just like the faces and stuff. But people get triggered by which this movie has it, the crawling, backwards crawling.
yeah, yeah.
He has so the kid has some sort of Joker toy, and then later in the movie they show that it ends up being like a whole guy, a whole creature, and he's like walking on his back.
On his back, yeah.
So I mean, it has all all the the stuff that you throw into a horror movie. A little bit of The Ring, a little bit of
exactly. That's what it feels like. It feels like what's that? Not Another Scary Movie or something.
It's hard. That's why I like the movie. I was explaining It Follows. That's why I like that because it wasn't. They were trying a different way to approach you. A different way the ghost or the creature was coming at you.
Yeah. You know what's a really good movie? Not really scary. Is with Ben Affleck's brother Casey. It's a movie. I forget what the fuck it's called. It's more like a indie artsy ghost story. I think it's called Ghost.
Really?
No, because that's the one best movie ever made. Ghost. What the fuck is it called? It's something. It's in regards to that being haunted, but the whole premise of the story is, it's a ghost through time. So bless you.
Thank you.
So the premise is like this guy was married and was in a relationship, and then he suddenly died in an accident, and he's stuck in the house that he shared with his wife, and it pretty much goes through the process of her getting over him dying, moving on, moving out of the house, the next tenant, and it's just a cycle of the house until the house is no longer livable and they tear it down.
Is it a ghost story?
I think so.
I think because I just googled right now and it looks like
it's a really.
Is that when they have the sheet? Look like he has a sheet.
Yes, the sheet.
I never watched it. I always
It's a really slow burner, but as you're watching, you're like, damn, like this ghost is fucking.
It's like
he's like an emo ass ghost, like just cool ass. Like he wears Chuck Taylors underneath that sheet.
Right, Dito, my God.
If you got time, check it out. It's a really neat movie.
So when they knock the house down, what happens to him?
He just stays there.
Ooh,
He
I
just
have
stays.
to see
He
this.
stays in the area. So
Wow.
and then they redevelop, and they build like a parking garage for a while. Then they tear that down,
That's
and then
where I want to see a ghost to ask him, like, what's up with that? Like
why can't you move on?
So you guys just stay here forever.
Yeah.
That means probably there's probably like 1 million of you right
Damn,
here.
bro, that could be another one of your side gigs.
What?
You can help them pass over. Like, hey, bro, what's holding you here?
I'll help him pass out.
We have a lot of
What's holding you
paranormal
here?
investigators here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I actually belong to a group from Racine, so
Yeah?
you should check them out. It's really fun. They go in hauntings
Some real haunted houses. I'm actually scared of like the fake ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that.
I've never been. I've never been to a
They're
haunted house.
creepy as hell.
I don't want to know that a guy's about to come out the corner and like go like this to me.
I think it would be hard. Yeah, it would be hard for me not to fucking punch him.
I won't swing, but I'll be like nobody get like this close to me. Like you get if you clown.
I'd be like a
this,
rock'em sock'em robot just walking in like Frank the Tank, just doing this.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I volunteered. I think when I was like about 15, I volunteered at a haunted house in Chicago, and it was in church. Man, so I was
That'd probably be the scariest shit ever.
I had one room that it was the witches, like the witches forest. So I was the main witch, and then like other kids, were running around. But like if I had to go to the potty or something, I'd have to walk through the whole thing. And I'm like, I work here, because people just kept on jumping out and scaring me. I'm like, I work here. And I kept on like going around, and then I'd have to come back. And then when people were setting themselves up, and like I was late, like once, man, again, people jumping out and running out, and I'm like, man, I work here. I'm just trying to get through. Please just let me through without scaring the hell out of me. Huh?
What did you work as?
I was the main witch in the forest. So, but I had like a witch's costume. I had the makeup on. I looked scary, and people just still would like jump and scream, and I'm like, please, I work here. And then I'm like, you know what? I will remember the person that scared me in that like exorcist side. I'd scare the hell out of them too when they came out of me.
I would need to know everybody's names, all their real faces. I need to get to know them personal levels. I could be like, Jerry, stop it, please, Jerry, don't do this to me.
Yeah, I actually, for right now, one of the fears that I have is like I don't like anything in like costume or like big mascots. Like And I think it has
Furries?
not. It's. I actually want to be a furry, but only in the wintertime. I jokingly say, because I'll stay warm all year. You won't even know who's me. You know what's going on under there. But no, I don't like anything that you can't see a person's face.
Okay.
You're completely covered. It's just creepy. You know, I come from the time that, you know, in Chicago, like they made us like trick or treat in the house because they were so freaked out that we were gonna get stolen by somebody in a mask or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's straight, like it was straight phobia. My uncle used to scare us, jump out of the closet with a mask on. So I had that like weird fear of anybody that's like in a full on mask. Don't come towards me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been around like the Brewers sausages. I actually have to giggle at that, you know. I'm like, you know, you guys are not scary at all.
Yeah.
But like people that come at me with like just whole.
You got to be careful with that hot
about,
dog
like,
though, because
Mark?
that fucker cheats. The fucking hot dog.
The hot dog, the brats,
the
the brats
yeah.
run and cheating.
All those white sausages cheat. I was
my
trying
Lord.
to. I was keeping down the damn
You know the
chorizo.
The little
Chorizo
Mexican
would
guy.
win because he's the one that probably got the biggest shit after. He's like run all the way around like,
Oh God! But yeah, I don't like anything like that covers up the face. That's why I think that clowns kind of freak me out a little bit. But you know, that's kind of so weird for me because I have a lot of friends that are clowns here in the city that dress up and
Really?
you know do stuff like that for events and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it.
That's a rough one. I remember growing up when my dad had we used to. I don't know if you know where Cleveland Auto is. In that warehouse, my dad used to rent. It's a big warehouse over on Cleveland. My dad used to rent a unit there in the 90s, back before it was developed. Before now, you go in there and it's, you know, different little shops and whatnot. We were like the sole shop, but the building maintenance guy. So that building was supposed to be haunted because, you know, 90s gang war. They threw some drug dealer off the building and he haunted the place. Whatever. That was the story that we were told as kids. So me and my pops are there one late night, like late night, maybe 1, 2 in the morning. He's got to get a job done, you know, so he has me there with him. And I didn't know that the building attendant was part-time clown. So it's pitch dark, you know, because we're the only unit that's active, you know. And I'm over there helping my dad and shit. And I look over. And standing at the door is just a clown looking at us. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I have to be like 12, maybe 11, 12 years old, you know. And I'm like, I'm just frozen. And I'm fucking like, Pops, you see this shit? And he gets frozen too. And then, oh man, it was fucking the eeriest shit. I was like, what the fuck you gonna do? Shoot him? Do throw a fucking wrench? Do something? Defend my honor? What the fuck? And then dude like walks in and I was like, ooh. Then he talked, so I recognized him. Like, you motherfucker.
Oh, that would have scared the crap out of me
Oh,
too.
my
I don't know what I would have done.
Man, creepiest shit ever.
Oh my
Creepiest
God.
shit ever. Luckily he had a shitty clown outfit that it wasn't too menacing.
Are you Mexican?
No, he was a older white guy.
I was saying Mexican clowns are just the worst. They barely put their fucking makeup on. It's still the skin all the way to the beard, still hanging out the bottom and shit. I'm like, dude, let's just try. I don't even believe you. I can't even be scared of you. I'm scared of how depressed you look.
Right?
Maldito.
Scared of your effort.
Yeah, there's actually clown pizza in Chicago, and this guy drives around, and it looks like it's a small like VW bus with a bunch of like clown crap all over it, and he comes out and he delivers your pizza.
Really?
Man, it looks like Homie the Clown. It don't even look scary. He just got like this fake thing with the hair, and but there is one time where we were there and they were giving away like slices for some kind of anniversary or something.
We used to go to a pizza shop in Chicago called Payasos as well.
Oh, cool, cool.
I don't know if it's the same. Were you
I
like
don't
in
think
Logan
so.
Square?
Yeah,
Oh,
on
shit.
the north side.
Yeah, so probably.
It might be,
Yeah, that's cool.
it might be.
Small world we live in.
Weird. So they had this one day where they were giving out pizza slices or something like that to kids or something. And this one guy, he was a Mexican clown. Boy, he was drunk as hell. Drunk as hell. They were like, you need to leave.
He's
You
a
need
method
to
actor.
Married?
He was messed
Homeless,
up. He's with the
Homeless
kids.
drunk.
He was trying to blow balloons. And he's sitting there, and everybody's looking at him, and he's got this like glazed look in his eyes. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's creepy as hell. He needs to leave. I think I was like about 22 or something like that.
Worse than when like a clown's like.
They had some banging ass pizza if it's the same restaurant.
It's one thing is you see a clown there and like doing their job and shit, but like when a clown is just like weird, they do anything out of the ordinary, it's just extra creepy.
Yeah. Like
Please don't do that.
first and foremost, you have made the career move to become a clown.
Yeah. You're the first kid that actually went to clown school.
Right.
When you ran away from home, you went to clown school. You never found it, but you went.
I always wanted to go to the circus and run away with the circus, man. When I was a kid, I still kind of want to do that,
I wanted to do that, but that's how movies influence you. Because I never wanted to do that until I saw We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. You remember that movie when the cartoon dinosaurs and the kid runs off to the circus? I was like, what is he talking about? He wants to go to the circus. What does he want to go to the circus for? And then like in other movies, other kids will go around and go to the circus. I was like, why is this such a thing?
Right.
I'm just clowns there, man. Why do you want to go there?
Go shovel shit.
So I'll be like, yeah. I never thought about running away from home because all the food is at home.
Aww.
I would, I made the stick with the little
bag.
Yeah, a little bandana. And I would go and grab groceries from my mom, some crackers and stuff, and then I'll go in the backyard, sit there for a minute, like, yep, this would suck if I would run away.
Hell yeah, I did that shit once when I was a kid. I fucking ran away to the neighbor's house, packed all my shit and just ran away to the neighbor's house. They didn't go looking for me. So I had to come back. I was like, oh shit, you were gone? Yeah, I went to the neighbor's house.
I ran away first time for like a week. And yeah, cops were everywhere looking for me everywhere. And then I ran away again. And I basically stood the summer in Chicago. And it was this was before I became homeless, obviously. And like a year before. And man, it was just so cool. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm like 15. I could do whatever I want. I was going out, hanging. It was so cool. Yeah. Don't do it, kids. Don't do it. Because you know what? It was glamorous because I had somewhere to be, too, you know? Later on, when I was 16, I didn't have nowhere to be, you know? But yeah, I ran away, and it was just the funniest time I had away from home because I couldn't deal with, like, my mom, and my mom couldn't deal with me. So, but yeah, I don't recommend that now. Like you said, you did your hobo bag, man. I kind of feel that way now as an adult. I can totally live, I feel like, out of a backpack, as long as I have, like soap and, shower, and like
something
that.
Really, that like takes stress off your mind. The less things that you have, the less things you have to worry about, the less things you see when you go, that you have to organize when you go home. You just have this and that. When you make life really simple, it can lead to a lot less stress. Some people just like to add.
That's why I haven't bought any plants. Because if I decide to just up and leave, I feel bad if I leave my plants behind.
You can just put it outside in the dirt,
or give it to a friend or a neighbor.
No, because then you're gonna know I'm leaving. That's the whole point.
I got these what are those called? Those little Asian trees.
Oh, bonsai?
I got little baby bonsais growing in my desk right now.
That's pretty cool.
I got them at Walgreens for $3.
Really?
They're like, I don't know how small they're supposed to be, but they come in this little tiny disc.
Yeah.
And a little coin of, it looks like a little dried up coin of dirt and 3 seeds. And you put water in the dirt, and the dirt just soaks it all up. And then I got 2 of them. I have pictures of them. I got 2 of them growing.
That's pretty cool.
I want some plants for my room.
See,
I gotta go buy some plants.
I always say I want that too, but then I get too busy. I don't think about it. I barely water myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
you could just, you don't have to water plants like that. Actually, watering them every day is not good for them.
Yeah.
You gotta let them dry out the
my grandma always used to have plants. Like she used to have those vine plants.
Oh yeah.
Like, it would just be fucking just the whole
progress.
Hell yeah. Her thing was that and the fish tanks. She used to have fucking massive like side by side fish tanks with just fucking massive ass fish in it.
Weird. And then she cook it.
And then plants all around them.
Oh my God,
like,
that's so funny.
Grandma.
That is so funny. As a matter of fact, so for me, going back to like what I was talking about, minimalist life, I actually have been wanting to live like an RV life for a long time now. Because I'm an artist. I like to I like to get around and travel. I'm not. I love having somewhere to sleep, a house and stuff like that. But I'm just so not about, like everything that comes with it. Like I never want to own a house. That's something I said. I'll never own a house, but I do. Oh, it is growing. It's so cute. It is growing. Oh my God. They're just these little sprouty things. Hey, they'll be beautiful when they get bigger. You just have to take and give them good love and care. But yeah, I definitely know that I never want a house. I never want the responsibility of owning a home. But I can, and I love driving. So I was like, RV life sounds like amazing for somebody like me.
For me, it would have to be a dope ass RV, something that I mod out. With a nice, comfortable bed.
Get a bus, just empty it out.
I do see that a lot of people do that, like that city bus that they were selling at what is that, Andas?
Oh yeah.
Like I wish I had the
really
budget
big
to do that shit. To do a fucking bus or like a tour bus or something like that. But even an RV would be pretty dope.
The way I've seen the videos of the way, like a whole family sets it up, they get away with it and it seems like they're happy and stuff. So I can only imagine if it's just you for the time being, you probably have a lot more, freedom for yourself.
I know one of my friends on Facebook, I think it's Akai Koi or something like that. He bought a bus and he's renovating it and it's all on Facebook showing us like how he goes through it. And they ripped up one seat and like the metal or whatever. There was a big crack pipe in there. He's like keeping it classy, Milwaukee, But I have quite a few friends that are that they have an RV life and they love it. Obviously you do want a bed sometimes, in a home or a hotel, whatever. But yeah, they love it. They like to live like that. And I always thought about like a school bus for myself and like kind of just going through the motions of seeing how to do it. So, but I wonder, would you guys know, would you need a CDL still, even though it's a home for you, not like a service?
I figure you probably need something.
I don't know.
If I were to guess, I'm sure they made something that you need to have, when you drive those things around.
Is the hippie life still a viable way of living? There's still people out there that...
Oh, yeah. I got a few friends like that.
That's fucking
Definitely.
Cool. That's fucking cool.
Definitely. But then that's where the commune crazy cult stuff can come into if you want that.
Yeah, you end up thinking you're in a nice, friendly group and you're in Waco,
Next
Texas.
thing you know, you're in fucking swingers heaven.
Talking to the same Jesus.
I don't know if that's too horrible. Oh my God. But yeah, I'd say I definitely like appreciate like those types of like living lifestyles where you're living off the grid and you're harvesting things and stuff. And I totally want that too. Like, why would I, for what it is, I would say that if I can live like that, like green thumb, solar, water and air and whatever, I would be fine. I would totally be fine with that. So, but I need to be clean because we talk about that. I need a shower. I cannot be dirty. I don't feel I don't feel comfortable.
Even though from there to there, it kind of wigs me out. The shower being over there. Like,
really?
Yeah. It just, I don't know. It's something about it. Like I like being able to go from my shower to, but it's different. It works. So I can only imagine if I was like an RV, I would have to have like a comfortable shower.
And you're a bigger guy, tall too, so you would need something with more space.
I need one of them London buses.
I'm washing the rivers. I'll just drive along the river. Every time I gotta do something, I'll do it in the river.
Go jump in the river.
Oh my God! You know
you got fucking worms and shit.
Oh my God! You know who didn't like to fly, and you know what? I'm not gonna tell you. I don't even know if the man is still alive because I haven't really followed his career. But Madden,
John Madden,
he hated flying, so he literally coast to coast in like his own bus that was amazing in that thing. So flying, I love driving, but flying, man, seriously, if I only have a week, I'll fly to the West Coast or East Coast.
I want that Peyton Manning. I want that Manning family.
The only reason I do it is because how much time it saves. But I mean, every time I book a flight, as soon as I buy the ticket, I have anxiety until I'm landed or until I'm back. Even when I'm on vacation, I'm nervous because I got to take the airplane back. So I have my imagination's too crazy. I rather die in a car crash I'd rather risk that than having to go through, because when something happens on a plane, you're done, and not only done, you have the worst death ever.
Yeah. And you have to get there. You have to get to impact. That's what sucks. Yeah. Unless you get like ripped out the plane and then you
probably pass out. You probably unconscious, but it's like I don't want that to be my last. If something would be my last image, it's like I don't even see it coming, or like, I don't want to be, because I had so many dreams of me falling, or I just fall from airplanes, from mountains, from just falling off cliffs, and always just waking up before I land. It's like I don't want that. It makes me feel like there's gonna be like I'm like manifesting something, like my future, like if I'm seeing my death, and I don't. That's why I don't ever want to be up high, because I don't want that to be my death. I'll take any other one.
Are you a lucid dreamer? I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. But.
No, because lucid dream is like you can control it, right?
You can control it, or you know that you're in it.
I've only known that realized that I was in a dream probably like 2-3 times, and I did like the first time I did kind of like felt like I was flying. I didn't go up and fly. I almost felt like I went like this, and then all of a sudden I felt like water, like when you're in the middle of water and the water's lifting you. So it's kind of a little bit of that, but I never, for some reason, when I have a dream, everything's fact. So this could be a dream right now.
Whoa.
This could be a dream right now. I don't know if I explained this to you before too. Your beard can be on fire.
Yes.
And your hair can be purple. And I won't say a thing about it. We're having this conversation, and I wake up and I go, wait, Jill's hair is not made of fire. And her hair's not purple. Like, why didn't I realize that when I was in my dream? But like when stuff happens, like I'll have celebrities that in my dreams I'll be like, oh yeah, I always hang out with a celebrity. Yeah. Like, or she's related to us. Like Selena's related to us. Of course she's here. Yeah. And I wake up like, what the fuck? Like, that didn't hit you. That didn't make sense in your head that
For me, it's always the punching and the running.
Punching is
punching and running.
Because your body is you're actually really trying to punch. Yeah. You do it hard enough, but your body does something to you, so you're paralyzed when you go to sleep. That's what that whole paralyzed thing is.
Sleep paralysis.
That there's something in your brain that tells you, like, or you go to they need to numb your body so that you won't act out your dreams while you're sleeping. So that gets messed up, and then when your dreams, like, I fight ninjas in my dreams, and I punch them. When you're punching, you're like, ha! I'm like, oh no, it's so weak. Right. And then you wake up like, I'm such a weak bitch. Right.
I should have shot him. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Punching, shooting, and running.
Really? Okay.
It's running. Because either you can't move, or it turns into flying.
Yeah. Or you're running and you're running in place, like you're running, but you ran your ass off, but you're like, man, I'm like 3 feet away from this. Or I always have to hide from something. I hated that, and whatever you're hiding from knows you're there and stuff like that.
I'm a lucid dreamer, so I never really knew until I got older, but I would have some crazy ass nightmares, and I was so aware that it was happening. But I wasn't aware that I could change it. Like, I could tell that when I was younger, it was so lucid because, like, things just, it was too real. Like, there was no way that I wasn't conscious of what was really going on. Yeah. And then as I got older, like I said, I was just like, oh, maybe I could change that. Maybe, it'll be different. So I definitely know I lucid dream like crazy. Almost all the time I lucid dream. And I love it because for myself, I can tell when there's something wrong. Like, I'll be like, this isn't right. And then that's when it changes. But then I feel like it's like a two-sided coin in a way, because like part of it is like, I love it. And then the other part is like, I don't know if I fully rest my brain then, because it's still thinking as I'm going through the process of sleep. So
yeah, but dreams are only like your last hour. Like I think you're only in the dream state for like an hour or so, like that. So like rest of the time you're actually you're knocked out. Your dream that's why your dreams seem really fast, because they actually are. It only happens within, I think it's the moment when you're starting to wake up, like you get out the deep sleep, and then you start to wake up and your brain starts functioning, so then you start dreaming. And then you usually, whenever I realize I'm dreaming, I wake up. So as soon as I go, this is a dream, before I even finish, I always go, I wake up.
Wow.
Every time I realize it's a dream, I wake up. It's like, I don't know.
Like, damn it, I was about to marry Nia Long.
Yeah.
Damn it.
If anything gets too intense in my dreams, things get intense in my dreams, but like when something gets super intense, it's enough, it wakes me up. You know?
Wow, that is so bananas.
Dreams are fun.
Wow, but I'll tell you something. When I tell my stories in my dreams, I feel like it's a movie, like 3-hour long movie. So it's so weird that your brain just feels like in like maybe 3 minutes. They say something about like the longest dream or something like that is like 3 minutes or something, but it feels to your brain like hours.
Yeah.
So our brains are so
get dreams
crazy.
when I go on the tolerance break.
Yeah.
That's pretty much only. I don't really dream much, or I don't remember if I do.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people tell me that they never dream. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, or
I don't have dreams. I have realities.
There you go. Wow, that is so weird. Wow. Oh my God, we're catching it.
And I remember I remember all my dreams, but my dreams don't ever make sense. Like they're just super weird. I like, especially like if you can call me every morning and I explain to you my dream, I should write them down. Like some of my favorite ones are like one where I was in my old bedroom, which is like I don't know, like a 20 or like 30-foot square room, and I had a couch and a bed and a TV, and I was sitting on it, and somebody was laying on the bed, and the TV was on, and we were watching with the lights off, but I noticed that we were all floating. And like the room was filled with water, and my it's like my room, but my room is almost like 30-40 feet tall, this long tall tube, and then it's filled with water, and we're at the top, and you go look in the water. I have a lot of water dreams because I have a fear of like
Drowning in open water?
no, not drowning. I can swim really good. I have a fear of sea creatures. I have a fear of whales. I love them, but they creep, like super creeps me out. So like I have like aquarium dreams. I'm always stuck in an aquarium. I'm always stuck in a museum. I'm scared of museums too. I'm scared of stuffed. I'm more scared of a stuffed animal than the real. Like I'm less scared of a real elephant or a real tiger than a stuffed one. Like just like this.
Like the taxidermy stuff? Whoa.
And you having to sit
Is
in the
Ben
room
Stiller the reason for this?
I don't know what it was from, but it was the Milwaukee Museum. That's that got me scared of it. Everything in there creeps me out.
So you couldn't go like on a date there and be okay?
No, I can't. When I got older, it got to the point it was like it creeps me, but I like to play with it. Like,
okay.
Like, I like to, but I wouldn't. I don't get to the point where I would go swimming with whales, but I would go to SeaWorld, I would go see them, but I would be scared. I get scared to go in the shark thing. I still do it, but I'm scared the whole time. But it's like that's right on the edge. And I do think about like before I die, I probably will swim with the whale or swim where to go, because that's like almost like a dream fear of some sort of weird manifestation I have to do. Like I think it's something I have to do, Maybe that's why they're in my dreams all the time. But yeah, a lot of my dreams, I'm stuck in a museum. I'm stuck in the museum exhibit. Like we're going through the museum, and then I'm like, all right, let's go through this door, and all of a sudden, I'm behind the stuffed walrus. So all of a sudden, I get creeped out. I'm trying to get out of there. I'm stuck, or like big animatronic stuff like that, So
Wow. What about you? Do you have any reoccurring dreams like that? Where you said you don't.
A lot of if I remember, like a lot of my reoccurring dreams revolve around my childhood house, like here. Like I don't know, for some odd reason, like I always, like if it's like a weird dream or an intense dream where I'm dealing with something, a situation, like I always like the buffer spot's always that house, But outside of that, reoccurring dreams. No, not really.
What did the house do to you?
I don't know. Just had
Did it hurt you?
A lot of bad memories in that house. Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And that house always creeped me out regardless. It was too big for, I don't know. I always felt small in that house.
Is this where the double duplex was?
No,
okay.
This was when my mom and my dad were together.
Oh, okay.
Like our house when we were here. But yeah, that house always just seemed bigger than, I always felt small in it. And that's how I feel. But now that when I have the dreams, like I feel like I'm too big for it. if it makes sense.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it still creeps me out. It's still, you know.
It's a metaphor, man. You need to figure it out.
Yeah, just like your dreams with water and stuff like that, and stuffed animals
I
and
think
things.
I need to drink more water.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
And eat more whales.
I need more Tyler
Oh
Perry
my
movies.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
More Tyler Perry's and journal entries.
I actually have that too. I have a reoccurring dream with my old address, and I still remember it, 1948 West Henderson in Chicago, and like I just went through so much trauma and drama and everything there that I still remember completely how it was being in that house, and I have dreams that I literally wake up there and I'm still there, same thing, same house, same neighbors, everything. Yeah. It's very weird. I could be an adult and everybody's still young, and everybody's young. Oh, shit. So that's a very weird thing. Yeah. So,
ladies and gentlemen out there, let us know what your crazy ass dreams are, so we can critique you.
There you
see
go.
if they're as cool as ours. Our dreams are cool.
What are you thinking about, nasty?
That's hilarious.
My God. Yeah, still share, like, post. I always say that. I'm like, share, man. Just post on there and say hello. And it's exciting to be here again every time that I say this. At almost every ending of the show, I always say that. I'm just happy to be here. And it's really
where
an
else can you talk for an hour and 40 minutes about ghost stories and fucking horror movies?
And dreams. Oh, my God.
Well, that's, I guess, the best thing about the show is that it's not about... a lot of podcasts are like, we gotta stick to our, what's on brand. Yeah. It's like, our brand is
whatever the fuck we want to do. Whatever the fuck we want to say.
There's gems everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta go out there and find them. There's gems, and there's people have stories, and people don't remember stories until I don't remember a bunch of stuff until someone starts talking about it, and then it triggers. I'm like, oh yeah, I had a story like that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, the more different stuff we talk about, I think more people will be engaged. You can't have such a closed mind and just keep it,
What got me off of ghosts was growing up, like it was a folklore kind of story of when my great-grandmother passed away, because she was very Catholic, very, with her rosary and always praying and this and that, she would visit people in the town, when they were on their deathbed and go pray for them and shit like that. And like all my aunts and everybody would tell this story of how she died. I don't know the exact details, but it is from what I remember, it was like she was either killed on purpose or it was an accident. But regardless, she was hit by a vehicle and she passed away. But the story is that she was on her way to visit a friend that was on his deathbed, and like the whole thing happened, she passed away or whatever, the accident happened, and then somebody went to visit the person and to let them know, like, hey, she passed, she was hit by a car, this and that. She's like, no, that can't be. She came. Like, she was here with me, she prayed with me, we spent time, like she was here, and then she left. Like, and then the person came in and told them what had happened and that she wasn't gonna make it and this and that. She's like, no, she was here.
Wow.
That's like,
so I was like, if it's that close, great grandma, I'm cool.
That's kind of like Meet Joe Black.
Yeah.
Like the movie Meet Joe Black. I love that movie.
I've never seen it, so I have to.
I don't remember detail, but I remember him getting hit by a car. That was one of the first things that I downloaded on LimeWire, like first GIFs in my head. I didn't even think about it. That's a GIF. That was basically, my brother had downloaded that scene in the movie because Brad Pitt plays someone that gets hit by a car, and the scene where he gets hit by a car is probably the best hit by a car scene ever. It's like you can't even tell. It looks like he just said bye to somebody you're not expecting. He walks down the street, car hits him, and then it knocks him to the car going the opposite way. So you go boom, boom, and you see his body flying. And so and he dies, and then but the rest of the movie he has something to do, or he falls in love with the woman or something like that. So it's a really good movie, but that scene, I'd never seen that movie. My brother LimeWire and all that stuff. Kazaa, I think I got a Kazaa or Morpheus.
Hell yeah, I fucked up plenty of computers.
Yeah. I remember one time he downloaded, like, just on our string of videos, he had this one just repeating itself. It was him getting hit by a car. What is this? Like, 5-second clip over and over. And I was like, that's kind of like now. It's like, that's a GIF.
That's a GIF.
But you couldn't put
Jiffy.
it.
A GIF.
Yeah, you couldn't put it, on your social media. It was just in your computer to look at,
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but yeah.
That's so weird but I have heard that many a times that when a person passes away, when they're on task to do something, they will still show up to where they're going to be just for that moment in time and then leave.
Yeah.
I've heard that many a times. And, I feel like it's so funny. Latinos, we got that story down. It's like abuelas and uncles and aunts that they showed up and they're like, no, they were just here with us, So, it's just such a chilling thing to hear.
The greatest one is when the ghost has to save, Whoopi Goldberg.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
She has to go cash the check. Because Sam, that two-timing son of a bitch.
The craziest thing is, one thing I see consistently though is like when someone's really old or someone's close to death, they do start talking to people that died already.
My grandma did that.
Yeah,
my grandma did that.
My grandma that passed did that, and my grandma that's still alive, she's like in her late 80s, might be early 90s.
Okay.
She does that, not often, but she has. I don't know if she understands anxiety because people from old day in Mexico and all that stuff. They don't teach you about mental health and all that. They think if you feel weird, you're weird.
Right.
So like kind of hide those feelings, and then when now a lot of older people from different countries are not as educated, don't know what those feelings are. So I think she has real bad panic attacks, and when she does, then she starts talking to people that aren't living anymore, stuff like that. So she scared my dad a few times, but she's done it a lot the last few years. But
yeah, my grandma did that a lot, like in the last month of her life.
Wow.
Like my mom, like she's been talking to like her mom and
laughing,
cousins,
they're responding.
Is it dementia though? Like, is it like anything like that?
You tell me.
Wow.
That's where I'm like, that's the only ghosty thing that I can that's consistent in my life.
Well, because my abuela, that passed, they're both passed, God bless them. But my dad's mom, she had dementia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's, and she was also schizophrenic. Okay. So let me tell you, it was just a ball of just crazy, just for her. I don't know how she could do so much. Like she lived a regular life to me, and after she got away from my grandpa and whatever. But it's just like when she was talking, she would see me as my aunt that was younger, and then she'd talk about my grandpa like he was still alive, and like she's still seeing him. Oh, he was just here, and blah blah. And we're like, no, abuela, no, he's not here. But I never knew if it was just delusional, from all those things going on in her brain, or if she really did see like those things for herself. Because like we talked about this, and I don't think you were with us that day, but my grandpa used to do voodoo in Puerto Rico. So, I'm sure something stuck around, or something has stuck and showed itself to some of the family and things like that. And I mean, I'm not gonna say which aunt, but I think I have one aunt that's still kind of a practitioner as well. And that kind of doesn't
She's not
wash
invited
off
to the cookout.
No, she lives in Chicago. She don't live here, honey. No. But yeah, just feeling like that's another thing with my abuela. It was always like something was there, but again, I never knew if it was something of her own delusions, or if it was just that she felt something that was there. But yeah, she always thought I was younger. She always thought I was my aunt when I was younger, but I looked a lot like my aunt, so I was like thinking that she thought I was her kid. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've gone to like Chicago, places where it's supposedly haunted and stuff, and I've walked and felt things. And I was telling you, I saw something run across me and my friend, because in Grant Park in Chicago, they didn't they did a poltergeist, I guess. They just moved the headstones. They didn't move all the bodies. So in Grant Park, when they do those, like, whatever, the radiography, whatever it is that they look into the ground with x-rays or whatever, there's still bodies there and caskets and whatever. And so, yeah, my friend and I, we were going to the lakefront, and yeah, we just were holding each other's hands, and something big and black just ran. It looked like a bear, kind of. It just ran across us, and you could feel the air. And we were like, she's like, did you? And I'm like, did you? And we're like, yeah. You know, like, we didn't want to believe that each other had seen something like that. And then that's the thing. If it was like a kid or somebody playing, they would not be gone almost as soon as they hit like a tree from our peripheral radar. You know, like, they would not have been gone, and they were just gone. And yeah, so I've seen and felt many things. I'm just like, okay, now I'm older, and I'm like, please don't come around me. Don't be around me. I do not allow.
Like, drop a fucking treasure map underneath my pillow. Or something, you know?
Yeah, I want
one of those fucking experiences.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Give me a couple shillings or something.
Some Scooby-Doo's ghosts.
Right? Drop me off some jewels or something.
It ends up being the janitor from school.
Oh my god! Or like what Holes? He kept on like having. It was Shia LaBeouf's like one of his first movies, remember? And like
Holes,
they had like
only books.
stock.
One of the books I read.
Stock from like different places, like
Yeah.
Ma Bell, whatever the heck. It was like, whoa, you know. But I've seen that too, like on TV, where it was like unexplained things, and it was like somebody came to them in their dream, and they would like dig up a coffee can in the yard and be like, we're gazillionaires,
Right.
you know. That's what I want.
That's
yeah,
what
for
I
real.
need. I need a fucking sugar mama ghost. That's what I need.
Oh my
You
god.
needed to be dead already.
Right?
Oh my
Let
god.
me know where you left your rubies.
Oh my gosh, sugar mama ghost. Oh my god. I like that. I like
Right?
that. That's a good one.
Serve a purpose.
Oh my god.
Don't give me more stress.
Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
When she
couldn't
annoys
imagine.
you, just tell her to disappear.
Right?
Be gone with yourself.
Go bother Hilario.
Oh my god. You know, and we're playing about that, and you're gonna hear some stuff. Actually, I could take you to my parents' house, and you could spend the night. Go sleep in the living room. You'll hear footsteps. You'll smell pancakes and cigar smoke. It's a very weird feeling in that house because the grandpa died in the house.
Right?
Will there be pancakes in the
What type of cigars?
But you will smell it and feel it, and you will know and feel like you're not alone in that house. It's a very weird feeling.
I do have that feeling in one of the buildings that I work at on Saturdays.
Yeah.
I do feel like it's in New Berlin. It's an old industrial building. Everything in there is like it's like if someone just abandoned an office building like in 1992
Oh, okay.
and just left it there. And then all of a sudden they're like, all right, why don't you go secure it, make sure nobody's there. Okay. And then I go in there, and it's probably all the little the cubicles have like the carpet fabric walls and stuff. It's like hardened how old it is. All it's old hard carpet. Everything's yellow. Everything has a hint of yellow to it. The lights, everything's tones of brown. So, but it just doesn't feel. I don't feel like by myself there. And I don't know if my brother was playing with me, but he said the lady died in the girl's bathroom.
Oui.
But sometimes he just says stuff to scare me.
To scare you. Brothers and sisters, man.
Because he works.
Tell her to Naruto run.
He works for the same company as an engineer, so he's been in that building. So he's like, a lady died in the women's bathroom, and I go to the men's bathroom, which is right across, and I go in there and like, because I like to sing in there.
Yeah.
I like the reverberation. So I stopped singing in there because I was scared I was gonna start singing, and what if I stopped and you can hear someone trying to sing with me?
Oh, they better be on key.
Yeah. Excuse me, lady. You are off tone.
Right, you're off. You better fix that.
Oh my god. That's like Scary Movie. Do you guys remember that part where she's driving in the car and she's like,
yeah.
well, remember. Yeah, and she's like, won't you shut the fuck up?
That was a scary movie.
Oh, those movies are my favorite, but 2 is my ultimate favorite because they go into like the haunting kind of house, and Oh man.
My dad took me to the first one. I don't think he knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Like when the gym teacher's balls come out of it, fall out of it. He's like, oh shit, what did I take him to?
Take your pants off. Yeah. Stay for a while.
Yeah. Do you not feel so fresh? Oh my God. Yeah. So I took my brother.
For $1, bitch.
Yeah, threw the sandwich at her ass. I took my brother to see Superbad, and I was like, oh my God. Well, he was already there to be, he was a teenager or whatever, but I was like, it took me a minute.
Superbad's the talking's bad, but there's no nudity.
Yeah, no, but the talking was enough to be like, ay Dios,
That's how I love Superbad, because I wasn't that fat, but I was like that fat kid in Superbad when I was that age. That's exactly how I talked. Yeah. So when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is so spot on. I love it.
Oh man,
just how ridiculous when you just first get all pubertied out, and you're just like, everything's just about girls, and just like you just learn, you start swearing, so you start cursing and everything. You're just so desperate for stuff. You don't know how to approach anything in life. Those are the best times.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny.
If I can go back.
You could tell I peaked in high school.
Dito.
Oh shit.
No.
We stay peaking around here. Stay peaking.
Yes.
I'm still on the rise. My stock's still on the rise.
There you go. That's how we got to think about it all the time.
I'm gonna come out like George Clooney, already old and handsome.
There you
Old
go.
as shit.
There you go.
Handsome.
Oh my God.
Man.
So Thursday, you got those tickets from Gideon. Are you going to go?
What time is it at?
Let me take a look. Opens at 8 p.m. Tacos and hookah, live art, live entertainment.
If I go, it'll probably be for like an hour, because usually I leave to work like at 9.
Fashion show starts at 9:30.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I want to go, and I was thinking about taking my daughter. So that's a fun thing that's happening this week, guys. And every week we have something different and fun, and I can't wait to. I reached out to some people in Milwaukee for community services about sexual assault stuff, awareness and violence, and so we're gonna see it. I hope they get back to us, and we'll be able to talk to them this week or next week. So
I'm gonna go over this information. So it's called Eclectic, the Urban Fashion Experience. It's gonna be at Freight 38 on Thursday. Dress to impress. Tickets are $10. So what they're gonna have is a fashion show. They have tacos, hookah, music, live art. It's a fun time. I've seen a lot of posts from Gideon and all of his team.
He's excited for it, for sure.
Yeah, all of his team over there. So they put in a lot of work, and I'm certain it's gonna be a nice event. So if you have the chance to go and support, make sure you go out there. But first, make sure you tune into Frecuencia al Mil on Thursday.
Yeah.
For sure.
From 7 to 10.
Mason Money Mike.
With Mason Money Mike and Cheleando en Vivo. They have another great guest. Well, both of them. They got a great band coming in as well. So check out the interwebs for all that information. Man, we're almost there, ain't we?
Yeah, exciting.
Oh, man. What am I going to do after this?
You want to drive up to Green Bay with me? No. I got to pick up the guy and come back.
Some laundry.
Edward got something for us outside after this, he said.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Well, we might not go do laundry.
I know, I'm starving, so I might have to pick something up before I go up there. And I'm actually kind of tired, too, because I yawned right now. I yawned a little bit ago, and I'm like, what if I take a nap before I go?
Are you groggy when you wake up from naps?
Not really, no. Unless I really want to stay in bed, then I'm all like,
if I take a nap, I'm done for the day. I wake up like I'm useless. My brain is just, what's going on? And then I got FOMO, real bad FOMO. And I feel like everybody called me and I missed it. But yeah, Green Bay's fun. I drove to Door County. We had to pass by Green Bay, so that drive's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Not bad. Yeah, I want to go up to Escanaba soon. Go get some fishing done.
Well, say, what's up there? What do you do?
Well, my niece lives up there, but to get to my brother, you got to go up and around the lake. So it's always a fun, long-ass fucking drive, but it's fun.
Wow.
Driving up the edge of the lake all the way up.
Wow. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're almost there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we still got
like 3 minutes, but
3 minutes.
we'll wind down here nice and slow, like at the gym. You know, make sure you don't catch no
scariest
cramps.
80s movie monsters, real quick. 80s, 90s.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser?
Oh
Which one
god.
scared you the most?
Oh man. So
What'd
I'm
you say, El? The
the
Blob.
Blob. Well, I guess I'll go
Big ass
backwards
mofo.
and I'll say because before that is The Exorcist. Man, even just seeing her face on TV scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Mine is Rawhead Rex. It's not a popular film, but if you do find it, you check it out. Rawhead Rex.
Rawhead
Head
Rex.
wreck.
Cucuy then.
La mano negra.
Uy, uy.
La Llorona is always scary too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would think like Godzilla and King Kong from back then, you know?
Yeah.
Because you would watch those movies and that's what was, fear that, or like werewolves.
Yeah.
Werewolf,
Werewolves was a big thing.
Yeah, but then I saw Teen Wolf and I was like, oh, they're so sweet.
Chupacabra.
Oh, Chupacabra. Uy, uy, uy. La Llorona still gets me. La Llorona still gets me, man. Uy, uy. Yep.
Cucuys.
Please.
Cucuys.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, we made it to the end. Today is Tuesday.
Yes.
I don't know the date. 4/27.
Yep, 27.
So we are gonna go do something. We're just gonna get up out of here.
For sure.
So we will see you guys tomorrow. We'll see if Chubbs comes in again. I know Larry has been contemplating coming back at some point. So we might even see him a special guest off the top rope this week at some point. So
All right.
tune in. Don't be square. We'll see you here tomorrow,
Yep.
2 to 4 on the Method Lab. And we are about to set this up so we can get the fuck out of here.
Bye.
We are out. I don't know why this video never plays at the end. There it is.
The METHOD